Alright, no time to sit around grinding for stuff anymore. Let's just go. Organized party. Okay, that looks fine.
Where would you like to go?
We received information that a number of persons are being detained in Ordis. I'm also curious about the so-called VIP among them, but I'm afraid any more information will have to be acquired on-site in Ordis. Once you're ready to go, just give me the word. The VIP. Okay, let's go commence the operation. We're working on the securing and infiltration route into Ordis. You should take this time to ensure you're fully prepared. I already checked my equipment. I think I'm good. I already did all the quests. So, Rean, Machias, Crow, Musse, and Ash as fixed party members. Commence. The preparations are all done on our end. We can give you a hand with planning the infiltration route. Oh, well in that case. Gotta organize my party. Squires were then gathered together to discuss potential routes, a variety of which were considered. Eventually, a course for infiltrating Ordis was decided upon. Then, on the day of the operations. 8:21. Now entering Lamare's province's airspace. Maintain optical camouflage. Affirmative. Ooh, looks like we might be able to make it. So wait, we're headed for the old field exercise camp, right? Right, security's been pretty lax between Ordis and Raquel. We can make for Ordis straight from there on foot. Just the same as we did on our field exercises. Except without Ouroboros and the Jaegers, they're checking all the railway cannons. I hear the harbor renovations have been coming along, though they aren't quite finished just yet. They were short a supervisor after Marcus Ballad's dismissal, after all. Though things have progressed quite a bit since Governor Regnet's arrival, or so the rumors say. Sounds about right, he's probably used to this by now. I'm a little uneasy about the naval fortress, personally. Ah, that's right, your uncle is stationed there, General Zex of the 3rd Armored Division. They've both been a great help to Class 7 in the past. Not like we can just show up and say hi anymore, though. Yeah. Well, no use brooding over it. We're just gonna have to wing it. Don't worry, your pal Crow can hold your hand if things get to be too much. My, what a tempting offer. Ah, show us what you're made of then, Mr. Johnny came back, crawling back. Oh, someone's got cheek to talk. How's that trigger finger doing? Oh great, they seem to be getting along just fine. It's kind of reassuring in a way, just like old times. Bro, Machias, we'll be counting on the both of you out there. Right, I'm more than ready. Seems we're just about to arrive. Infiltration team, prepare for landing. 7-member. Can't believe they fixed so many members, though. They may want to move some speed stuff onto him later on. Alright, I think I'll go with this team. I hope I don't regret it. I'm gonna regret it. Ugh. Why can't? If only we could just bring everyone. Honestly, Machias is usually not my first choice for whenever I have to freely choose. Huh? Okay, useless formation. Machias is going, might as well bring Eustace. Gotta remember to load up Eustace with more speed stuff. Maybe even some CP regenning stuff. So he can spam his one barrier move. I don't sense anyone nearby. Looks like we made it here unnoticed. And this place really takes me back. Well, it is where we had our first field exercise with Class 7 after all. It feels like it's been years. It clearly didn't take you long to get into the Class 7 spirit. I wish I could join in, but most of my memories of this place are bad ones. Anyway, you sure it's okay for us to hide these guys here? It should be fine. We used to have Altina cloak them, but now I think we've got a Divine Knight. I think the Soldots will be safe. Besides, if we really need them, we can always have Ordine teleport them to us. I shall stand by and await your call. Even in my absence, as Valamar's Awakener, you should still be able to call upon his power to do the same. Even if it might not have been the optimal way to transport the Soldots. Passing that job on to someone else is a little sad. Yeah, I can see that. Still, thank you for handling that up until now, Altina. I second that, but we should get moving. We need to get to Ordis. I'll let you guys take the lead. Sure. Sucks I don't have my bike with me, though. The city is just west of this field exercise camp. We'll have to be careful not to draw any undue attention on our way. Gotta say, Azure Knight, I didn't take you up for much of a talker, but you're just as chatty as your ashen brother. Indeed, though when I first awakened, my speech did not come so easily. My long slumber brought with it significant memory loss. Luckily, training and spending time with Crow allowed me to gradually regain my language functions, something I am truly grateful for. Oh, it's pretty much the same for me and Lamare. What's it been now, Ordine? 5 years? I think I owe you an apology. Well, if I wasn't such a screw-up, we might not be in this mess. Ha, Crow, you have nothing to apologize for. Our destiny is shared, the triumphs and defeats alike. Whatever comes to pass, we will make the best of it together. Heh, well in that case, maybe I owe you a thank you instead of an apology, so thanks. It's really impressive how completely you trust each other. Remain still and empty. Lamare, Milliam, we'll be hanging out again. Please watch over us. Oh, the entrance is on the other side. I could even trade out my non-locked party members if I have second thoughts, huh? Should I bring? Okay, how much was to explore last time? I guess none of it.
It's my turn. If we turn right here, this road will take us to Ordis.
Sounds like you know your way around.
Yeah, we drove through here back during my orientation at the inspectorate.
It may be quick by car, but we've got quite a walk ahead of us.
No horses.
Take this! Got a hot table here!
Oh, a treasure chest.
Leg breaker free. Also, some enemies have physical attacks that seem to ignore even the highest evasion buffs. Bunch of ingredients. Rean and Altina. Open.
A powerful enemy. Exercise caution.
Sure, I gotta impede ya. These are my only options.
Crimson Slash! Now!
I'll assist.
Not on my watch!
I shall go. Arcus, activate. My turn.
Detection.
I shall go.
Yeah, with that, with Crescent Mirror, I can pretty much tank this guy forever.
Charging. Yep.
I'm up!
Now.
Rionak.
Rionak, activate. Fire.
Oh, nice AT delay.
An opening!
What?
Ha!
Got by a little bit of time there.
Thanks. It's my turn!
Well, that might be a bad idea. Just... Helix... Gold Dragon for the crits.
Roar! Helix strike! It's down!
I'll assist.
Take this! It's down!
I'll assist. Now.
Are you even weak to anything? Sort of.
Rean activate. Fire.
Enhanced.
Now. Rean activate. Fire. Now.
An opening! Take this! Now!
I'll assist.
It's a magic type attack.
Yeah! I'm up! Roar! Helix strike!
And broken.
Now.
Oh crap, he's super delayed. But I can sneak in a few normal attacks. It's already almost dead.
Now.
An opening!
I'll finish it. Instructor, the usual reward, please.
You did great out there, Altina.
Wind Bell obtained. Divine Song EX. Does that just increases duration? Almost forgot about the Sepith chest. Alright, get to the next map. Juno Naval Fortress. I don't think we can go there.
Another fork in the road. The right path leads to the naval fortress, if I'm not mistaken.
One-Eyed Zex is there with his 3rd Division, yeah?
He's well renowned for his technical skills. I know our destination is Ordis, but
Won't hurt to go take a look.
UMAT times 5. Okay, let's see what's in this fortress. Oh, we actually can kind of explore it. Probably not much of it, though.
Takes your breath away, doesn't it?
We had a little encounter around here before, didn't we?
Yeah, you look like a complete tool, too.
maybe to you. I bet Instructor Rean would be stunning in something so form-fitting.
I'll pass. Thanks.
Look, I didn't choose that tacky-ass getup. It ain't my style at all.
The 3rd Armored Division, which means Captain Zex Vander. There should be around 50,000 troops stationed here. Never would have guessed, considering how quiet it is. They're either getting too cocky for their own good, or... What? Like, the container. Someone saw us? Seriously? One-eyed Zex. No wonder he's considered a representative of the Vander style. Yeah, yep, he can carry his own weight, that's for sure. He probably saw you but decided not to report it, right? That's what they're always doing. Guess they just knew what they were doing. Anyway, it's too dangerous to get any closer. Let's turn around and head to the city. Right, got it. The moment I try to walk out, he's like right at the exit.
Oh, that's a nice looking treasure chest.
Cross Crusade R. Have we ever found SR stuff in a chest yet?
Almost there now.
Guess all that desk work really killed your stamina, huh?
Don't worry, we're on the final stretch.
I'm surprised Eustace didn't roast him for that. Heh. Maybe it's because Eustace is not mandatory in this segment. Some ingredients. The crow's field attack never defaults to using his gun, huh? Or there's one of these crabs, I forgot to scan them last time I fought them. Requires Ash, Kurt, Emma, and Sarah. I don't have them all, but I can at least teleport back here when I have free reign over the party. Like a mad dash, now there's nothing but really low-yield enemies. Oh no, there's guards, we gotta kill them. Heimdall Military Police. So they really have moved into Ordis. Not surprisingly, with my dad here, they're probably stationed at the other entrances to the city as well. Sounds like we've got our work cut out for us, son. How's your acting, Rean? We're about to find out, I guess, but we've gotta be careful. Ash, Machias, you should probably disguise yourselves just in case. Oh, okay, but you guys are nuts. And Rean will probably just wear his glasses, right? Well, right there, what business do you have in Ordis? Don't get much foot traffic these days. Let's see your papers. Wait, we seriously need IDs to get in? No way, we walked all the way from here from Raquel and everything. The train schedule's all messed up too. Wait, you just took Machias' glasses and put in yourself. What? That's not gonna make going home to get our papers any easier. Damn, I just wanted to get one look at the famous parts today before I got shipped off to the front lines. Oh, you boys are soldiers? I thought I heard something about the recruits getting a couple of days of pre-deployment leave. Yeah, man, and we're on our last one. You're not seriously gonna make us turn around and walk back all the way back, are you? So it's really a shame. I thought Ordis would have been the perfect place to make one last romantic memory with my fiancé before he went off to war. Hey! Oh, alright, we'll make an exception just this once. For real? For real, we get our orders from Governor Regnitz himself, and he wants us to give our full cooperation to the brave new recruits fighting for the Empire. Who knows, maybe a little R&R is just what you need to refresh yourself for the battles to come. I hope so. Thank you, we really appreciate it. We owe you a big time. Is it possible that Governor Regnitz ordered them to let us in specifically? No. Who knows? Because I always feel like the bad guys are going to be one step ahead. It's a really nice looking ship, huh?
Back home at last.
So, Ordis. It's our first time back here since our field exercises. I gotta hand it to you guys this time. Not bad, Schwarzer. Arm breast and Regnitz too. Well, I did carry out some infiltration tests back when I was taking orders from the Imperial government. and my professional duties as an inspector do occasionally include infiltration operations. Wow, Musse, you've really got a neck for this kind of business, huh? Well, you've got a gift. Still, it seems like things have changed quite a bit since we were last here. Let's start by surveying the city and picking up any info we can on the captive Ordis personnel and VIP. You got it. Welcome, welcome. Are you here for some ice cream too? I used to just run the food cart in summer. I wanted my ice cream to bring smiles to people's faces. That was what got me started. Pick up a scoop to pick up your spirits, don't you agree? You know, I think this was the same ice cream we got when we were here for our fill exercises. And I'll never forget your gentle gaze then, instructor. Hey, why don't you take the opportunity to treat me to a cone? Excellent suggestion, Ash. I'll be sure to give it some real consideration. I heard that Milliam ordered 5 scoops here once. I wouldn't mind trying some. Bittersweet tomato gelato. A CP and ailments. That's actually really good. Alright, I'm in the hotel now. Count Richmond, you still have yet to recover the assets you lost during the Civil War, correct? How pitiful. I think such a supposedly great investor as yourself can't even manage this much. Who are you to talk, Richmond? I heard you lost half your assets in the ballad incident. Were you to be talking like that, you must have more capital than I do, Well, let's put aside such trite matters and look to the future. Naturally, that cursed national mobilization law has caused many of my operations to collapse. Let's join forces, Count Richmond, just this one time. Very well, I will offer you a fresh start. Let's wash away any quarrels we may have once had. If you and I join forces, we will feast on all the market has to offer. That we will. The Calvard crash 5 years ago proved to be lucrative, to the tune of over 100 million mirror, if memory serves. And today's a celebration of our future success and riches. Surely such an occasion calls for a bottle of special-grade Steinrose. As lavish as ever, eh? Let's count Gordy up the Croizon province. Seems he's decided to stop by Ordis. And to spend time with Count Richmond, and a famous investor no less, this was an interesting conversation to witness. Right, that atmosphere makes me not want to get anywhere near them, though. Well, we did handle some requests back in our student days. With things looking as they do, I think it's fair to stay uninvolved. And you stop by Kleist Mall. Maybe Hugo's here? I'll look for all the unique ingredients. Proverbs Eternity. If You Said Goodbye Part 2. Second volume of a children's story printed in the Erebonian Empire. Over the next 2 years, Saib made countless trips to the cemetery. Every time, he'd lay toys on Marfa's grave and the graves of other children, hoping for a chance to see them laugh and play again as they had in life. It's only polite to share, right, Marfa? These kids don't seem to like my toys so much, though. What am I doing wrong? Day after day, Sai would speak to the empty air in front of the little gravestone. One day, he was sure he would come back to find the toys had moved or disappeared. That was getting through to his old friend, but that day never came. Maybe it's the materials I'm using. Is that why you can't touch these? If we think about it that way, then... His head alight with new ideas, Sai left the toys and shoveled back to his workshop to try something new. Time marched onward, and the young toy maker continued to place offerings at the grave to no avail. And one evening, as the sun was going down, something occurred to him. An idea very different from his usual way of thinking. If I could only find a way to give you a body again, you could play with these just fine. Why hadn't he thought of that before? Finally, he had a direction to take his research. 30 long years went by. Sai worked like a man possessed, barely eating or sleeping. His workshop deteriorated into a grimy, chaotic mess. His body became thin and emaciated. But he worked on, chasing after every last scrap of arcane knowledge he could find. He was determined to see Marfa again, no matter the cost. It was a cold, crisp morning as Sai walked along the all-too-familiar path to Marfa's grave, a complex mess of steel and wires held under his arms. This was the result of his labors, a device that could, in theory, be used to give a spirit physical form. He switched it on, and it began to emit a strange noise. It started as a low-pitched drone, but gradually got higher and higher, penetrating through the air, through stone buildings, even through living flesh. It was as if the whole reality was being strained to its breaking point. The machine stopped, and Sai looked around him. He didn't see Marfa anywhere. Did it work? Something in the air did feel different. Picking up his device, Sai skulked away to investigate. Even before he reached town, it was obvious that all was not well. It was too quiet. Even at this time of day, there should be crowds of people bustling as they made their way to work. Sure enough, the streets were full of people now, but every last one of them had fallen to the ground. They lay there motionless, as if the life had been drained out of them, leaving only empty husks. What is this? I was trying to convert souls into physical matter. Not this, so why? Sai felt his knees begin to buckle as he began to realize the full horror of what he had done. He ran out to town desperate to find another living human. There had to be somebody out there besides him. No, this is all wrong. This wasn't meant to happen. Sai sank to his knees as despair gripped his heart. They were all gone. He spent his life trying to make contact with the dead, and now he was the only living man left. What? That escalated quickly. I recognize you. Hey, it's you guys. The Forest Group, if I'm not mistaken. Is it okay for you to be here? Yes, more or less. If I remember right, this guy was one of the two involved in the slander attack on Riviera Court that happened during our special ops missions. Though it looks like he's working under Hugo at the moment. Hey, you're worried about us? How sweet. Looks like you've become a store manager? Yeah, Director Hugo assigned me here. The previous manager, Wads, quit suddenly, saying he was pursuing our business ventures. More like other scams. Rumor has it he's changed beyond recognition, raking in ridiculous profits all around the continent and operating at increased capacity. That's the extent of what I've heard, though maybe he won't even be back, who knows. Oh, I see. That must be quite a problem for Hugo too. We're gonna be fine, but you guys try to keep a low profile, you hear me? I already made this clear to her, but if I receive orders from higher up, then I gotta take the government's side, alright? There's something weird about the IDF. You don't want it to attract our attention. If you do something stupid and get yourselves deep, well, don't say I didn't warn you. Great, cool, awesome, thanks. Her, he, I think I know what's going on here. Leonora. Place and Co is managing to turn a profit, even in light of the current situation, since we've got strong ties to the government. Then all of our products are sold at a lower price than anywhere else. You just won't find a better deal. You said that in red just to get us to buy stuff, right? I do think it's pretty nasty for business to be so cutthroat right now, but I'm sure there's a silver lining to it somewhere if you look hard enough. Cipher graph. I can give this over... what? A bike color? Well, we don't have a bike right now. Well, I don't need to buy any weaponry. But let's get Rider Jacket, because that actually has pretty good stats. Actually, I may want to buy even more of those. Shoot. Then again, the defense penalty might be a bit much. A durable metal watch. You're really giving this to me? It looks fairly expensive. Yeah, you've helped me so much at every turn, Machias. Giving you a small gift like this is the least I can do. By the way, it's the newest model, boasting excellent accuracy. I thought it might come in handy in your work. Definitely, a reliable watch will be great to have, thank you. Plus, it's got a pretty nice design to it too. I'll be more than happy to wear it. Allow me to reciprocate with a gift of my own at some point, though. I'd feel better otherwise. Sure, if you want. Okay, there's actually something in Riviera Court.
That's Riviera Court, right?
Yeah. Ferris is the manager there.
I bet things get quite hectic for her.
There's no shops anymore? That sucks. I remember I could buy, like, evergreens from them. What's going on? Looks like everything's being packed up for some reason. They closing up shop or something? It's not good. That means I'll have to use U materials to get evergreens. Oh, everyone. Rean, everyone else, I'm so happy we were able to see each other again. Vincent, and... her behavior is a little too friendly. Who is she? Wait, hold on a second. I feel like I've seen her before.
In addition to Schwarzer, it is a most fortuitous blessing to see you among us once more.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to face any of you after everything I've done and all. And Lady Mildine, or will you prefer Musse instead? Musse is indeed preferable, thank you. Good to see you, Vincent. And Margarita. You forgot my name? That's so mean, Rean. Well, it's certainly been a while, everyone. No, it's not that we forgot your name, Margarita. You just look really different now. I didn't recognize you at first. It's perfectly understandable to be caught a little off guard. I'm not quite used to it myself, and we're dating, I suppose. Oh, isn't it cute how embarrassed he gets? Damn, this is really happening? That's so great. Congratulations, you two. He sure emphasized, I suppose. Vincent was always hiding from Margarita back when we were all students. Must have been quite a journey, but it looks like the relationship is progressing nicely. In any case, I've been speaking with some of the other alumni, and I'm hearing some significant chatter. We've much to discuss, your reason for coming to Ordis, for example. But our hands are full at the moment. Riviera Court has no future whatsoever if that certain something isn't found. What happened? What's going on with Ferris is worrying, but it looks like the issue here is more pressing. Yes, explaining the specifics could take hours. Well, basically, Riviera Court's been commandeered by the army, right? That's correct. The notice from the Imperial Army arrived about a week ago. They ordered us to vacate the premises so they can turn it into a conscription office. We had to scramble to find a new location. Somehow we managed to borrow an office from the Harbor Union. We've gone into overdrive, preparing for the move. But the permit for opening the new location could not be found today, the very day we were to move. If we don't have that in hand, we cannot operate, even if we make the physical move. Every last employee is running around trying to find it. Damn, talk about stressful. No wonder you all look so down in the dumps. Notable locations in the store have been searched down to every last corner. But despite our thoroughness, we still haven't found it. It's not a thought that I enjoy entertaining, but it's possible the permit was stolen. If that's true, then the situation is grave indeed. By the way, wasn't the manager of the store? Yes, my sister Ferris was once the manager. After the incident in Heimdall, she disappeared without a trace. There hasn't even been a word as to whether she's alive or not. I've taken over management in her absence. Well, this is Ferris we're talking about. I'm sure she's fine. My thanks, Schwarzer. I choose to believe that as well. But for now, we need that permit. If we do not find it, Riviera Court will be finished. Our clientele Ferris. How could I face them if that happened? I couldn't live with myself. Yes, we simply must find it. They could probably use our help too. Vincent, we could help you out if you'd like. What do you think? That's right. As a fellow alumni of Forest, we can't just ignore this. So it ended up like this after all. You busybodies sure like sticking your noses in other people's business, huh? I don't know what to say. Then don't say anything. We'll take a look around the place. We'll help search for your permit, and maybe we'll pick up some intel on what's going on while we're at it. Thank you all so much. This really means a lot to us. It would be great if you take a quick look around the premises. We're counting you all. Okay. Recently finished replacing the banner outside, so we're almost finished preparing to move to new location, but all these procedures to go through combined with contacting our customers, things have been very hectic lately. Probably leaving all this history behind is sad, but we've been so slammed with work that I haven't had even the time to reminisce. Everything is changing in preparation for the war. It's a brutal time we're living in, my friends. We've packed up the inventory chart that was in this counter, and it looks like everything's been wiped down. Excellent. I just keep finding more and more things that I was supposed to pack. I'm doing a final check to make sure it's all here right now. Or to be honest with you, these endless all-nighters have turned my brain to mush. Hereford is coming in to work for me, so I gotta make sure I at least take care of my own bit. The register, huh? There really was a peep. I imagined that they'd head straight for the mirror. Let me take a look. Doesn't look like anyone forced it open or anything. You sure perked up once your hands got on the register, huh, Crow? I can't place it, but there's something different about you today. It's no big deal, alright? This is the first time I've done something like this since I was at Forest. It feels a little unreal, that's all. I put the permit inside the cabinet, along with some other important documents. It was still there until last night, I'm sure of it. When I checked this morning, both the permit and the relocation notice were gone. You lost your relocation notice too? Damn, this is real messy, ain't it? If they went for a lair, well, the only party I can imagine doing this is Clayson Co., the prime suspect. Could it be Wads? And here I was thinking of our rivalry as a fun, healthy one. Why would they do something that would clearly cause them to be hated? I think it's a little premature to jump to conclusions like that since we don't have enough evidence. There's a lot here that bothers me. Let's keep searching. Is it possible that Wads went back and stole it out of and then decided to try to frame Hugo for it? That is my guess. That window. If a thief really did sneak in, it'd have to be through the entryway or a window around here. Yeah. Well, if they were here, they don't seem to have left any trace behind. No signs of forced entry at the door either. If someone broke in, it must have been a master thief, or... There never was a burglary to begin with, right? Let's go check out some other areas. So they were able to blend in somehow. Oh, what's... That's my desk, where I take care of my paperwork. I'm terribly sorry for the mess. I was in a hurry this morning, and everything is still splayed out on the desk. Hey, isn't this the relocation notice in the trash pile? I thought the relocation notice and the permit were lost together, but... Yeah, what the hell, man? You left one out here like this? What? I thought I sent them all out already. What happened? Actually, I realized this morning that I forgot to mail some of the paperwork for the move. I removed the relocation notice from the cabinet and sent it all together. It was very rushed. If it's still here, then maybe you screwed up with the papers you were supposed to send out, yeah? Yes, that does seem to be the case, doesn't it? I have no excuse for my oversight. I'm so sorry. You're always so diligent here, Ford. A simple mistake like this isn't like you. The document that you mistakenly sent out was the permit, then. It's highly possible. When we looked around the store, we couldn't find any traces of a thief. The only explanation is that one of your employees made a mistake, like what should or shouldn't have been sent out, for example. You're very thorough, weren't you? What if Hereford got cursed? Hearing this, your theory does seem on the mark. We can expect the permit to have been sent to the party the relocation notice was addressed to. Yes, the address was Lord Galton's estate in the Noble District. Let's head there immediately. Good idea. Please wait a little longer. I'm counting on you, Schwarzer. So anyway, are you working with Vincent? Well, of course. And not just right now, the two of us have been spending a lot of time together. Even outside of the first situation, any member of a family as esteemed as the Floralds faces no shortage of challenges. I wanted to be his dedicated nutritionist to take his dietary concerns off his plate, but alas, Vincent refused. It's such a shame. I'm holding on to a secret spice that was guaranteed to deepen her love. Yeah, shame. That miracle seasoning must have been behind her transformation too. I've arranged to have the packages sent to the store's new location in the Harbor District checked, but given that I've yet to receive any word, it would seem that a permit has yet to be found. This simply will not do. Our fellow houses deserve better. Oh yes, Riviera Court is co-owned by several noble families, is it not? Indeed, or rather it was. At the moment, House World has been granted full authority in the hopes that we may right the ship, managerially speaking. It's no easy task, I assure you. Nevertheless, something must be done. As much as I am loath to rob you of your time with those individuals, may I trust that I'll have your assistance in this matter? Not sure what he means by those individuals, but of course, we're happy to help. Hey, can I give you... Yes, let's give you all of these.
Oh my! Thank you,
My, what a fascinating dish. This is precisely the sort of adventurous flavor I'm looking for. I can hardly wait to sample whatever you bring me next time.
Oh! Thank you ever so much!
Wait, if I leave and re-enter, will she still be in this form?
Oh!
Reward.
You simply must let me reward you!
You materials. Nice. Syrup.
Oh! Thank you ever Oh! Thank you
Some of these have a 50% chance of KO. If only they were hit point to 1, then they'd work well with certain courts.
So
I think that's all of them so far.
Oh! Thank you ever!
Will your dialogue change at all? A special dish to relieve their fatigue, huh? Is there anything else to investigate here? No, there is not. Oh, she did transform back. North Street. Okay, something's going on at the Ouroboros factory. The merchant ship I used to be on has been put under some major restrictions. We're completely out of commission now. They've gone conscripted all the other sailors manning it, so my nose is just around the corner. Thinking about it just fills me with endless dread. But the mood at home's been so cheerful lately. I should get in as much quality time with Luca as I can. Angelo's usually so busy he can only come home every couple months, but now he says he's staying here for good. There's no work for him to do, so he's been looking pretty sad. But I'm just happy we can spend more time together. Isn't your family home just past here, Musse? Yes, the residence of Count and Lady Iglute to be precise. However, they may be under house arrest. Wait a sec. Yup, knew it. Is that the Imperial Defense Force even out here? Looks like the home of the Viceland Army's supreme leader hasn't escaped their surveillance. I hope your family's doing alright. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. Right before the Great Twilight began, I sent them away to a villa nestled into a fairly remote area. Damn, you really did see everything coming. My grandparents have been keeping an eye on me all this time, so I'm sure I've set their hearts full of worry. So no matter how difficult the going gets, I have to make all that worrying pay off. She sounds pretty serious. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Anyway, let's stay the hell away for now. We'll get some of the shops around here. Lady Musse, is that you? We've been worried sick. You upped and vanished without a trace. It's been too long, Lysine. I'm so sorry for worrying you all. Well, as long as you're safe and in good health, that's all we could ask for. It looks like it's been pretty stressful for everyone back at the house as well. All of North Street's been watching over you since you were a little girl. We'll always be here for you. I'm ever so grateful. If you wouldn't mind, could you let everyone know I'm alive and well? Certainly, your message is safe with me. Hecky again. I'm an official part of the flower shop now. Thora, it'll be just a few hours after Sunday school, but still. I'm gonna absorb it all. I want to make bouquets just as lovely as Miss Glycine's. Is that a meat stand? Why isn't Miss Musse Iglute? You're back earlier than I thought you would be. My plans have changed somewhat. I apologize for radio silence, Bartolo. Well, about that, I delivered that thing you asked me to safe and sound. You've got a few soldiers sniffing around, but I relayed some fake info for them to find. It shouldn't pose any problem. You really are the master, Bartolo. I never doubted you would take care of it, but knowing the matter settled is a weight off my shoulders. If anything else comes up, you just leave it to old Bartolo, okay? What the heck are they talking about? If I'm reading this correctly, Bartolo helped Count Iglute evade the hand of the government, is that right? Perceptive as always, instructor. Damn, just how many steps ahead could this girl get? Some guests are arriving over the mansion. And judging from the welcome that's rolling out for them, they must be kept on a pretty tight leash. Since Ted's been conscripted to serve as a Navy cook, I've been forced to help out around here in this place. I've never worked on the register before. How am I supposed to know about receipts and service charges and all that? I just want a nice guy to come by, that's all. Can you imagine if some rich guy like Eustace Albright or Patrick Hyams came to see me? Talk about your dream date. I can't believe it. Are you the Eustace? Yes, that is my name. Sorry, how do we know each other? No, it's just, you know. Wow, my dream guy. I'm speechless. Hold up, with this gorgeous specimen, this divine man here, all the girls in the city should be going nuts. But they aren't. Things are way too quiet. It's the curse. Oh, I get it. This is a waking dream, right? Work's got me so exhausted that my brain's supplying me with the motivation I need to go on. I'm not sure I follow what you're saying. Yes, this is just what I needed. Even if it's just my imagination, meeting him like this is a breath of fresh air, a true blessing. Yikes, this one is a little much. Increases speed and movement.
Oh my!
Vitality droplet and new material. Good. This is gonna happen every time. Musse, in the Forest Group, it's certainly been a while, hasn't it? Around 2 months by my count. You seem like you're doing well, Looper. Well, actually, about that. What is it? It's not a big deal or anything, but... Well, it's my grandfather. He knows what it's like on the battlefield from being on campaigns many years back. Lately, he's been telling me a lot about it. Goes into all the gory details as if he's just discussing the weather. Seeing people get their arms blown off hanging from the enemy in a pile of corpses. All his stories are pretty gruesome. And he knows I get queasy with that kind of thing. I think he's doing it on purpose just to mess with me. Oh dear, that does sound harsh. What can you do? Old men love their war stories. You got my condolences. Maybe his own maybe Crow's grandpa was a veteran? I don't have Fee in my party. Last coin. Item drop and speed up. Lady Gret, you all. It's been some time, Strauss. Oh, you're the glass artisan, an acquaintance of Musse's, right? Thank you for your help during our field exercises. It seems that you're not here without reason. Start by telling me about your situation. When I've got that information, I'll decide whether or not I should assist you or not. Looks like you've got a good head on your shoulders. Well, I've been doing exactly that ever since I was a child. Of course, we'll tell you about the situation. It's like this. So you're here to rescue people confined in the mansion, I see. Putting the talk of someone related to the branch campus aside, I do have some knowledge about this VIP. You do? Who is it? The other day we got called out to the mansion on an urgent request from some government officials from Heimdall. We were working on the glass in one of the rooms, and I happened to catch sight of their guest while she was being shown around. It was only for a second, but there was no mistaking her. It had to be Empress Priscilla. If it was her, then. I see, they wanted to offer a proper greeting for the Empress, so they commissioned professional glass cleaning services. Bar's always been detail-oriented that way. Continuing on from Crossbell, huh? But I guess this is just part of me selling things, not something I can pretend isn't happening. Ash. Right, let's take this as a guiding sign from Adios. Not knowing the full details of the situation until now, I've been keeping this to myself. But now it looks like the twists and turns of destiny have brought all of you here to Ordis. Now you're here, go ahead and do what you have to do. I can help out with your ordnance. Thank you, that would be incredibly helpful. We'll hit you up when we need a hand. Here's Her Highness is currently being held at the Cayenne Mansion. It's not the sort of thing one should say lightly, but it seems you've all been led to Ordis by various branches of fate. Now you're here, go ahead and do what you have to do. I can help out with your ordnance. That ship has so many sharp corners. The Ordis Harbor District. Something doesn't seem right. Man, look at all these container ships. I've never seen this place so busy. The Imperial Navy has been using Shilin Bay as their base of operations for a while now. Must all be to send supplies to them before the war truly begins. This makes sense. I guess they're requisitioning stuff from the city already. According to what I've heard, most of the residents' ships are being held back. We're really starting to see the effect of the national mobilization law is having on normal people's lives. Yeah, nationalism's on the rise, and the war feels closer than ever. It could be having repercussions. Let's take a look around town. Something's going on over there. What the Ash? What are you doing out here? Wait, get going before the soldiers see you. I'll buy you some time. Yuta, don't be an idiot. I can take care of myself. I'm more worried about you. You still overreaching, hanging around with that noble chick? Hey, I'm not overreaching. Charlotte and me are friends. We just have to meet in secret is all. I mean, if we could become more than friends, that'd be nice, but... Hey, why don't you go and grow a spine? Keep doing what you think is right, man. I'll be rooting for ya. Lately, I've been spending time with this noble girl, Charlotte. She started working at this place right near me, so we get time together whenever we have some time off. We're, really hitting it up, you know? Heh. Fishing spot is all the way over there, but there's also someone I have to talk to. Oh, hey, perfect timing. A buddy of mine loaned this book to me right before he got drafted. I'm in no mood to read it right now, though, so why don't you take it? Are you sure we can have this? Sure, you want it to go to someone who's actually going to read it. Well, alright, if you insist. Thank you. Town was practically empty, and the first rays of dawn were only just beginning to pierce the dark sky above. Stepping out of the inn, Free inhaled deeply, filling his lungs with the chilly air in an effort to dispel his drowsiness. The town known as Luzent was located on the border of Calvard and Remiferia. Rean and 9 would often undertake missions in both countries, making the centrally themed town a perfect base of operations. East of the town was an official border crossing the Calvard. In stark contrast, westward lay a mountain road known only to a select few. It was a treacherous path to be sure, but also one that facilitated entry into the Republic without the need to go through the official channels. Bree headed to the designated rendezvous point, a small hill surrounded by weird boulders. The site was deep in the mountains and therefore free of unwanted eyes. There he found a black silhouette waiting for him. It was a man hidden in shadow, wrapped in a tattered black cloak that obscured his face and body both. Despite his bedraggled attire, his presence had an insurmountable weight to it, instilling a primal sort of fear into any who laid eyes on him. I'm here to make my report, said Free. In response, the cloaked figure uttered only a single word: speak. This man, known as the Overseer, was one of the higher-ranking members of the organization. He was given the name of Emperor from the Major Arcana, but those who served under him referred to him simply as the Overseer. As the title suggested, he watched over Free and the rest of the organization's tools. He was the one who provided mission instructions and received the reports. Bree relayed the details of the Haldor mission to the Overseer. As he finished, the man spoke again. Next, regarding the Nine of Swords. As part of the briefing, every member was required to report on their partner's activities. Each of the pair would separately describe what they did and what they observed their partner doing. Even the slightest discrepancy between their pair's reports was regarded with suspicion. The objective behind this requirement was to instill them with fear. Fear that any plot they may hatch to betray the organization would swiftly make its way to the ears of their superiors. That is all, Free said as he finished his report. Very well, the Overseer said. You'll be contacted with instructions for your next mission once they are ready. Understood. Bree turned to head back to town, but as he did, the Overseer spoke again. It was a little more than a whisper, but was delivered with a weight that froze Free in his tracks. Stop. Bree slowly turned around to face the Overseer. As always, his dark hood completely covered his face. It's been 3 years now. You haven't been making any more plans, have you? Bree felt a sudden chill shoot down his spine. The Overseer's suffocating gaze was laced with a powerful malice. There was no need for Free to ask for clarification. He knew the Overseer was talking about his escape attempt 3 years prior. The Emperor had personally conducted many of the organization's purges of runaway members. As their very lives became threatened, many lower-ranking members would find themselves overwhelmed by fear, rendering them powerless before the merciless Emperor. Plus, even within the organization, a cruel place in its own right, the Emperor had earned himself a reputation for his savagery. It was also the very same man who had tracked down Free and Ace during their escape attempt. Had he already picked up on Free's new plan to escape? No. Bree found the thought absurd. He had taken every step with the utmost care and prudence. Further, if the Emperor had obtained some proof of Free's wrongdoing, the young assassin would already be dead. This was a test. If Free wavered even the slightest, it would mean his end. I will never attempt something so foolish. I am a tool of the organization, nothing more. My sole purpose is to take the lives of my targets. The way he cast his eyes, he calculated and practiced manners of speech, his natural briefing patterns, Rean had pulled off to perfection. Silence hung heavy in the air between them for a moment. Finally, the Emperor spoke. I do hope that is the case. The murderous presence faded from the air, as did the tension that had been building in Free's chest. There are certain expectations riding on your shoulders, the Emperor said. I will fully devote myself to meeting them, Free said in the same practiced tone. He moved once more to return to town and was not stopped this time. He bought it. Back at his in-room, Free let out a sigh of relief as he collapsed into his bed. Nothing had really happened during his exchange with the Overseer, but nonetheless, he had felt completely drained. Without exception, each interaction he had with the Overseer was psychologically exhausting. This was to be expected, however, as he was indeed hiding his true intentions from the organization. In truth, Free had been planning a second escape attempt. The past 3 years had been grueling, but did nothing to quash his fervent desire for freedom. If anything, his resolve to reclaim his humanity had only grown stronger by the day. However, each day also saw his blood-drenched hands growing yet heavier with sin. It was a mere tool, human in physical form only, with which few shreds of humanity still remained in his heart. He feared would be forever lost before much longer. Each new day that dawned could be the day he finally slipped away into being little more than a device, one whose only function was assassination. Put simply, a cold-hearted monster. That was the terrifying future he dreaded above all else. I absolutely need to succeed this time. I need to get out. His plan had 2 requirements he absolutely needed to meet in order to succeed. First, he needed to avoid a direct confrontation with the Overseer. Second, Nine could not find out about his plan, regardless of their partnership. He had to be careful to avoid even giving the impression that he longed for freedom. Of course, that meant Free would be forced to abandon Nine, someone who had fought at his side through countless life-or-death situations. The girl was even younger than he was, but for all her genius, there seemed to be something off about her. But she might be playing her own escape. Nonetheless, whenever Free thought about the moment he would pull the trigger and finally put his plan into motion, he always felt a strange sensation welling up inside of him. Strangely enough, it was a desperate urge to fill her in. There were actually a number of times when Free had tried, Before he could even get a word out, however, memories of Ace's sword being down toward him would flash through his mind. In the end, he always remained silent. I can't take this anymore. I can't let my scars define me. I know what I have to do. There's no other way. Free shook off the thoughts plaguing him and returned to his focus of preparing for his escape. The only person I can trust is myself. The rest of the day went by quickly, and before long, dusk began to settle on the town. The day saw Free's diligence pay off at last. His final preparations had finally gone as smoothly as he could have hoped for. The day had finally arrived. He would set his plan into motion that night. Once Nine fell asleep, he would leave town via the mountain road. Once in Calvard, he would be traveling by car, and he had already arranged for a rental to take him up north to a certain... Yeah, I don't think you're going to escape. We're less than halfway through the volume. City. Once he arrived, he promptly set up for Liberal via one of the international airship routes that regularly departed from the city. He had yet to decide what to do after that point. He could stay a night or two in Liberal, or perhaps head over to Lamare. In any case, he needed to get as far away from his current location as possible. He may have been the lowest rung of the organization and had little idea what went on among the separate echelons, but he was determined to show them all that he was capable of casting off the shackles they had bound him with. Caw! His rising determination was interrupted by a crow flying into the room. He landed made a few circles in the room before landing on a table. Taking a closer look at the bird, Free noticed a specific crest adorning one of its legs. As he did, his face twisted into a grimace. It could only mean one thing. This was the method the Overseer used to communicate. Now? He wants to meet now? It hadn't even been an entire day since Free had delivered his report. The Overseer must have found him out. The briefing for the next mission, perhaps, maybe? No, I bet Nine ratted him out. Nine saw through his plans. Even as he said the words, he was gripped by an indescribable sense of dread and anxiety. However much he wanted to simply ignore the summons, it was not a luxury he could afford. The only chance his plan had of succeeding was if he was able to put a good amount of distance between himself and his would-be pursuers before the Overseer realized what had happened. Were Free to ignore a direct order, however, the organization would immediately recognize it as an act of rebellion, one that would inevitably lead to his death. Mentally preparing himself for another encounter, one he could not avoid, Free set out for the meeting location. The rendezvous point was the foot of a small hill deep within the mountains. The same site he had been just that morning, in fact. There remained no trace of the ominous, eerie stillness that pervaded the place before, however. Bathed by the light of the setting sun, the weird boulders seemed wreathed in brilliant flames from a distance. Free arrived to see 2 figures already waiting for him. The first was the Overseer, draped in the same tired robe as usual. The thought occurred to Free that it made the man look more the part of the Hermit Arcana than it did the Emperor. At the man's side stood a young girl carrying a large stuffed bear, Nine. Her attire was more or less the same as what she wore in the Haldor mission. with a few alterations to make it more functional and mobile. Her presence there did not cause any alarm for Free. After all, if they had been called to be briefed on their next mission, it was only natural she would be summoned as well. Something felt different, however. Free couldn't put his finger on why, but anxiety began gripping his chest. So you've arrived, the Overseer said as Free approached. Yes, what was my task? The initial exchange was the same as it always was. What happened afterward, however, was decidedly not. Make your appeal. My appeal, Free said slowly, the anxiety in his chest rising. I received a report detailing your treachery from Nine of Swords. I don't... He was... Free stammered. It was an utter loss for words. He had calculated each and every outcome that could potentially happen, going over the steps in his head time and time again. The absolute worst one possible was now playing out right before his eyes. A wave of despair washed over him. Could this really be happening again? Had Nine betrayed him just like Ace? It wasn't possible, Free thought. He hadn't told her a thing. He knew that the relationship was strictly professional, and he could not, under any circumstance, trust her. That was just how partnerships in the organization worked. How could she have known? It doesn't make any sense. There's been some kind of mistake. Free attempted to defend himself, knowing full well it was a futile endeavor. You can't talk yourself out of this, S. No, Free of Swords. Nine finally spoke, but her sleepy demeanor was nowhere to be found. Instead, her voice was crisp, her eyes alert. She removed a scrap of paper from within her bear and showed it to Free. This is your ticket for an airship voyage to Liberal, the one you booked for noon tomorrow. Free felt the ground fall out from under him. Amidst his shock, a small part of him wanted to yell out that the ticket was fake, that he had the real ticket. To do so would be tantamount to suicide. Nine continued speaking, as though directly responding to Free's unspoken questions. The ticket you have in your possession is counterfeit. I swapped it for a genuine one while you weren't paying attention. Fresh from completing a mission that utilized this very same kind of forgery, Free now found himself the victim of the exact same trick. By the way, the name you used to acquire the ticket was Rhines Boghurt, student of the Jonas Royal Academy, correct? Nine continued. That's the same name you used for your false ID on one of our missions last year. That would mean you've been planning this for quite some time, wouldn't it? Despite the immediate threat to his life, Free couldn't help but admire Nine's genius, strangely enough. Free decided he would even try to come up with an excuse. Nine had clearly seen right through his plan. She'd seen right into his mind, really. There's one part he didn't understand. Even if it was her duty to sell him out like this, even if she was a genius, he had been so cautious and prudent in every step of his plan. Yet it had all been laid bare, seemingly without a trace of effort. How the hell had this happened? I take that expression to mean you're trying to puzzle out just how your entire plan was exposed, Nine said, a slight smile playing at the corner of her lips. It was clear to Free that she was toying with him now, mocking him. You do realize I've been watching you the whole time we've been partners, right? You've been my only target right from day one. Her tone was merciless, her words dripping with thinly veiled venom. Yes, I've been watching you, Free, inspecting, observing. The only real challenge was remaining patient as I waited for you to slip up and finally show your true colors. It's been that way since the moment I became your partner. Free struggled to wrap his mind around what Nine was saying, but the fact is you did attempt to betray your organization. But if you hadn't, I would have falsified whatever I needed in order to ensure your demise. She continued to speak, leaving nothing unsaid despite the Overseer's presence. With each word, Free felt more and more baffled. He could understand her observing him to the degree that their job required, but where was this malicious hatred of hers coming from? She felt this way from the start. Why? The Overseer, who had been silent for some time, let a low derisive laugh. I think you still haven't figured it out. Who she is, I mean. Free could not for the life of him figure out what this was supposed to mean. He looked over at Nine, searching for some kind of sort of clue. All he was met with, however, was a glare of pure hatred, one that made him shudder in fear. He had never seen her look that way before. Do you remember Ace of Swords, your former partner? She began, before her voice gained a measure deadly weight to it. The one you murdered. He was my brother. Free's world began spinning. He started to feel violently ill. His senses dulled. His mind went blank. It became hard to breathe, as though he was being pulled to the bottom of the sea. The air crushed out of his lungs by its unrelenting pressure. Now, after all this time, I can finally avenge his murder. Free barely heard Nine's words as his head swam with thoughts. Ace was Nine's brother. She had known everything from the start. She had been biding her time hiding her true intentions from the start, always keeping a watchful eye for a suitable opportunity to arise, an opportunity to claim her vengeance. Free stood there dumbfounded, as though he had lost the ability to speak entirely. I see no need for you to swear through an excuse, the Overseer said, reading the shock clearly written across Free's face. We all have the facts we need. You will be purged from your organization. As per our rules, your partner Nine of Swords will now end your life. Hearing the Overseer's words, the Knight stepped forward. If you wish for assistance in the task, he said, turning to her, you will not be penalized. The reward will remain the same. The only condition is that you must be the one to deliver the final blow. Once you have eliminated him, your obligations will be cleared. Though I admit, the idea of losing such talent pains me. The reward, the right to one's freedom, gained by uncovering and then executing a partner who betrayed their organization. The yearning for this freedom had dominated Free's existence for years, and now Nine would be the one to gain it, in exchange for his life. Allow me the honor of doing it alone, she responded. I will avenge my brother's step with my own hands. She took another step forward, producing a number of poison needles from inside her bear. Without a moment's hesitation, she launched them at Free. He instinctively drew his sword and batted the needles out of the air. The combat tactics that had been drilled into him dictated he closed the distance between them. Yet he didn't take so much as a single step. His parry was purely reflexive, programmed into his mind through years of combat. He had no intention of truly fighting back. Perhaps it was partially because he didn't want to hurt her. More than anything, however, it was because he knew there was no point in resisting. Even if he did manage the best 9, he would need to take on the Emperor afterward. And he knew that was a battle he had no chance of winning. Free simply accepted his fate was to die there and then, and there was nothing he could do to change it. 9 pulled out roughly twice as many needles as before, and again launched them at her former partner. In response, he automatically drew his short sword and used both blades to swiftly deflect them. In Free's mind, the fight slowly began to sink in this. This was his retribution for killing Ace. 9 leapt at him, closing the distance, and began attacking with an even greater intensity. Someone like me, Free thought, someone who slaughters a friend to preserve his own life doesn't deserve freedom. Someone like me doesn't even deserve to live. 9 continued her assault, attacking with both her needles and her wires. Worse than an ordinary situation, there was no chance she would be a match for Free in a close quarters combat. However, his heart was on the battle, causing a significant shift in the balance of power in the fight. Eventually, 9 managed to decisively gain the upper hand, successfully looping her wire around Free's neck. I'll die for vengeance, he thought. Maybe that's the only outcome that makes sense. Maybe that's the ending they deserve. 9 deftly moved her fingers and the steel collar tightened around Free's neck. This is the end, she said in a flat, frigid tone. Rean knew what would happen next. He closed his eyes, choosing to await his end in silence, but the cold embrace of death did not come. To be continued. A noble district before I actually activate the story event. Oh, there's a story event right in front of the cathedral. What? Uh-oh, hi. It could be someone we don't want to see. Yep, Claire. She's really good eyesight and such. This is bad.
Thank you for coming out to meet me, Major Rebelt. I appreciate you keeping an eye on things while I was away.
No, this is part of my duties, after all. Good work with the coastal inspection, sir.
Sorry to hurry you, but I'd like to get right to it. Let's talk about the security detail. Understood. Why don't you fill me in as we walk? Dad. Major Rebelt. Even Major Claire's an Ordis. It isn't only the Imperial Defense Force, but the Railway Military Police as well. If they're cooperating with the Governor, we'll need to stay sharp. Right, and we have a duty to observe my dad's actions too. Let's stay on our guard while we gather information. And I like your spirit, Machias. Either way, hanging around here isn't exactly the best plan. Be careful not to get too close. Yeah, maybe we should leave for now. Probably someone watching from a high building.
Who would have thought we should meet again so soon? It would appear the Azure Chevalier was with them after all. Georg was indeed correct. I suppose I have little choice but to perform my duty as a knight. Will you be able to complete your quest? I'll be watching with great interest.
The first thing we should do when going to any city is to just get on the rooftops and check for any suspicious people. Ordis Mansion. Laurel's residence. This must be Lord Galton's butler. Excuse me, can I bother you? How can I help you? You must be talking about the letter we received recently. Honestly, I cannot say I was thrilled over the contents of that letter. What did it say? The hell is this? This ain't a relocation notice, it's just business stuff. All that's in it is operating profits and orders they made for after the move. That's correct, it seems it was addressed to a store called Glycine's Flower Shop. I do suppose anyone can be liable to make a mistake. But it feels relatively rude to my master. He's been a patron for many years. And we're really sorry, this is the right one. Well, thank you very much. I didn't think there would be another mistake. Yeah, maybe the florist has the permit then. It's possible. Glycine's Flower Shop is on North Street. Let's go take a look. ore mine on our land is going to be requisitioned, and they've been pestering me about heading over to grain stores too. The demands from the government get worse with every passing day. Should I aid side with the Viceland army instead? No, the government must have spies on me already. What do you think I should do? Why are you asking me? What do you mean why? You were right when I was trying to decide where to side with Lord Ballard, remember? What are you talking about? You're the head of a noble house. Try acting like one for once. Why are you getting mad? You're supposed to be the one leading the Galton family. You can't come to me for every little thing. You can't just look to others to solve all your problems. You need to think for yourself. I actually have something that I'd like to ask, Glycine. Sure, what's on your mind? Oh, you must be referring to the invitation I got. To be honest, that's something I'm a little stuck on. This is addressed to Class Small. And it says, all it says is details are as per earlier discussion. If this is some matter of business, I'll do what I can, but I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I'm not even sure what to say to the folks at Riviera Court about this. But this is all in one big misunderstanding. This is the letter meant for you. Thanks, my lady. Sorry for the hassle. And you don't even mention it. This kind of screw up could put a real dent in Riviera's court's reputation for a while. Yeah, that's for sure. At any rate, we should head to the business district and stop by Clay Small, right? Now sounds like just the right time to find that permit. Oh, you guys are back again. Yeah, there's actually something I wanted to ask. Oh yeah, we did get something like that. I heard the move was a done deal, so I just assumed it was an invite to the grand reopening. I haven't even opened the envelope yet. Hold on a sec, I'll bring it over. Wait, this ain't no invite, it's a permit for opening a new store. Exactly like we thought. The sudden move must have left them absolutely wrecked. Sheesh, what the hell are they doing? Messing up with something this small when our dirty tricks couldn't even trip them up. Thanks, Herman. We finally got the permit in hand. And just a stone's throw from Riviera Court, no less. I guess it can be hard to see what's right under your nose sometimes, huh? Yeah, you said it. Should we head back to Riviera Court now? So the permit was actually sent to Clay Small. It must have been quite troublesome for those who mistakenly received the permit. I cannot apologize enough. The full responsibility of this error lies with me. I will bear it entirely, even if it costs me my position. Wait a second. Sending the relocation notice was originally my task to handle. It was because I was tired, so I asked you to take care of it for me, Hereford. This is actually all my fault. No, if that's how it is, then I'm to blame for not noticing what was being sent out. No, none of you are to blame. Our eviction order came so quickly, and you've all been working non-stop preparing for the move. The blame lies with me for not being properly considerate of all of you, despite how exhausted you must be. Also, it ends well. My thanks to all of you. You really saved us here. It's true, I can't thank you enough. With how things were looking, I thought I'd never be able to face Ferris again. I'm just glad the permit wasn't recovered in the end. It's a pretty serious mistake. To be honest, I'm not sure I can imagine anyone making this kind of mistake, no matter how busy they are. Do you think it was the curse? I guess we'll just have to shelf that matter for now. Well, we need to keep working on our preparations for the move. Please forgive me, I cannot thank you properly at the moment. Don't let it bother you. We can't let things end like this, can we? We'll help out right up until the move. Oh, for crying out loud, do you forget what our real objective is? Well, this is just another of Instructor Rean's fantastic qualities, after all. Oh my, I'm completely at a loss for words. We'll definitely take you up on your offer. So now their new store. Does that mean I can buy evergreens here? Class VII helped Vincent and Riviera Court staff move their supplies. They opened up shop in the corner of the harbor, albeit in a less than perfect condition. But just in case I'll hold on to my money until I really need it, since I'm limited to 7 characters right now anyways. Led by Margarita, the staff of Riviera Court raised their glasses in a toast. Rean and the others joined the festivities and wished them good luck with their new storefront. Well, thanks to all of you, we've managed to successfully reopen. I've said this already, but I truly wish I expressed my thanks. Thank you all so very, very much. My pleasure. Looks like Margarita's back to her old self. I don't think I'll ever get used to this. Hey, of course, I'm grateful to you as well, Vincent. I'll give you a relaxing shoulder rub later as well. Oh no, I couldn't possibly oppose, especially since my shoulders are not stiff at all. Hey, your attitude's made a complete 180 from earlier. Please don't make this any harder than it already is. I already knew about this, but the heart cannot be so easily swayed. Hey, you shouldn't allow physical appearance to distract you. Allow me to express my thanks as well. You truly saved us in our hour of need. In Riviera Court's long and venerable history, we've never faced such a trial as this. We must be prepared to face even more challenges going forward. We shan't falter. I swear it on the honor of Forrest and the Floral family. Same goes for me. Vincent and I are going to make Riviera Court a bigger success than ever. Vincent, Margarita, wow. We'll be looking forward to seeing what you do from here on. From the sound of things, you'll have your fair share of challenges coming up as well. Take care of yourselves. I know you have in you to succeed. Holy symbol. Star? I don't think I have any new food, though. None of this would have happened if I hadn't made you mail relocation notices. I'm so sorry, Hereford. No, Citrine, this is my fault. I should have been better prepared. Furthermore, I should be apologizing for pushing you so hard. You were originally employed as a maid of the Floral family, not here. I hate to consider pushing you so hard once more, and now there's a possibility I'd make another mistake, but let's continue to work hard together, in moderation, of course. Of course, sir. Yes, I can buy it, but let's wait. Pegasus Vest. No, it doesn't have any speed bonus. This one will be useful, though. Kurt. So this is for Kurt later on? Thanks to Rean Class 7, our worries are finally over. Let's make the most of this moment of quiet and enjoy ourselves, Vincent. Yes, that is to say, I still have a few things that concern me, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to settle down for a moment before taking action. Not to mention, it is rather difficult to relax in the face of her still daunting personality. Oh, and speaking of settling down, are any of you familiar with the card game Vantage Masters? Sure, I even have a deck of my own. Do you know? To tell you the truth, I've been playing it whenever I find a free moment at work. It really is habit forming. If you're interested, perhaps we could rekindle our old Class 1 versus Class 7 rivalry. I imagine we're both quite busy, but it might make for an enjoyable diversion. Sure, but you remember who came out on top in that rivalry, right? Okay. F? Sure, why not? Bard, what?
Haha! The game is afoot!
Oh no. No! He's gonna stun lock me. I have to lure him away by using Courier Bell. Somehow. If he focuses on someone else, then I can stun him. Alright. Go ahead, stun Courier Bell. Yes! Now I can stun you! Okay. It's all working out now. I'm gonna place this down here to prevent them from stunning my Bard in case something happens. Oh no! Well, at least I'm protected and I can stun their Bard again. This is unfortunate. Okay. Attack you. See. Put you in the back row. Ow. I think about this. Shoot. What does Tarbis do again? Oh, it's just Raku, but stronger. So he didn't play a card? Huh. Okay. What? You're playing everything? No way. Take care of that right now. Seal you up. Damn, he's going for his deck really quickly. Oh no, he lowered the cost of Zamel Pen. Not that it matters, I'm pretty sure I still have an advantage on Zamel Pen. Seal you.
Well. Seems I've misjudged you.
And he's still worrying about Margarita. Tarbis, huh? That worth having around. Tarbis is actually ranged. It's not bad. But it's kind of expensive, and I'm kind of worried I might have unbalanced my deck. Okay.
Haha! The game is afoot!
Haha, now I can seal you. Unless he uses that unsealing card, and I'm kind of screwed. Okay, just swap out. She got the same card, really? Oh no! I may have no choice but to play my own. In a suicide attack. Ugh. No way. This will make you think twice before attacking with Carrier Bell. Out. Okay, use this skill to eliminate Raku. This type of tech is to draw cards really quickly, huh? Okay. He'll have to choose between Carrier Bell or Bard for this one. The Eiyuu, No! What? Did not expect that one. Can't use that skill again unless I go in the back row. Okay, summon you. Think about this. You start eliminating them. Lays. It was a close match, but it's over.
Well, well. Seems I've misjudged you.
When you want to dig up dirt, there's no better place than to go to the local wiring hole. Glad to see someone knows what's up. Wait, how and why are you agreeing with him about that? We're going to have a long talk about underage drinking later, Ash. Sure is lively. Somebody here's got to know something useful. Instructor, look! There! Class 7, and is that...
Pretty crazy place for a reunion, huh? Looking sharp, Instructor Rean. Class 7? Glad you're all okay. What brings you to Ordis anyway? If you guys are planning on starting something, I want in.
I heard you were in town, but damn, didn't expect to run into you at a place like this. Were you here the whole time? Yeah, I've had eyes on me ever since I've arrived though, so I haven't been able to do a lot. I really wanted in on that fight over in Ulster too. Yes, it's the thought that counts. Your safety comes first. We wouldn't have wanted to put you in unnecessary danger. It really is good to see you again. Oh, Allie, I feel the same. Huh. Good for you, Altina. Instructor Rean, I'm so glad you're okay. Do you come here to ask about those rumors? That's right, it's why you met with Leonora, isn't it? Have you found anything about the people being held here in Ordis? Sure have. At this point, it's only rumors, though. But if they're right, Instructor Toa is one of them. Toa? Someone matching her description was seen at Raquel Station. The info said the IDF took a short girl with a white uniform to the mansion. It's almost certain it's her. Instructor Toa is at the mansion, huh? Oh man, trust her to be mixed up in this. Sometimes I wonder if fate has it out for me. Looks like I've got no reason not to run from this fight. Thanks for your help, Leonora. You too, Maya. You can leave the rest too. Wait, we can do more than this. Yeah, I'm sure we can find a hole in the surveillance. We'll do what we can. Why does Class 7 get to do everything? Let combat tactics show you what we've got. You too. Hey, sure talk big, huh? Thank you. We'll be glad to have you on board. At times like this, we need to come together in the name of force. Hell yeah, agreed. We done investigating already? Yeah, with all the info we got now, we should take some time to go over it together and draw up a plan. Is there anywhere you could recommend, Musse? The Sea Breeze Tavern comes to mind. It's on North Street. I know the place well, and I'm sure I can get us a table in the cozy corner. Works for me. Let's head on over. Oh my, I noticed Musse and Leo's friends came in, but I'm sorry, I'm afraid I didn't notice you because of how much you've changed, Instructor Schwarzer. Don't worry about it, I can see why you wouldn't recognize me. After everything I've heard, I've been worried sick. I can't believe all the branch campus students have gone missing. I'm sure you've all been through a lot. It makes me so happy to see you all again with smiles on your faces, despite everything. Thank you for coming back safely. I think that should be our line. Thank you for the warm greeting, Miranda. Yeah, don't sweat it. I'm basically Leo's mom after all, so her teacher and friends are almost like family. Feel free to rely on me from here on out too. Thanks, we might just take you up on that. The only female member of Combat Tactics we're missing is Jessica. I do have to wonder where she is now. We still haven't heard anything from Wayne either. No use worrying about them, they're tough, they can take care of themselves. Ash does have a point. You may be right, but that doesn't make things any easier. Guess the best we can do for now is just focus on the task at hand. Why hello, what a pleasure to see all of you again. Are you that noble girl Yuta was hanging around with at the summer festival? What are you doing here? I just started here a few days ago. Really? I snuck out while my father was busy and met with Yuta again. But since he has to work, he can't spend all his time entertaining me. So I decided to get my own job. It's even close by to where Yuta works. Hey, working at a place like this is no walk in the park. You sure you can handle it? Oh yes, I've been working here for 2 weeks already and I find it rather enjoyable. It's wonderful to be able to bring smiles to the faces of the tired. I never got the chance to do this in high society. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, I'm glad it's going so well for you. Okay. Teleport over here. Then keeper set them up in the back of the establishment where they wouldn't stand out. So for the time being, we have a general grasp on the situation in Ordis. Yeah, Governor Ragna seems to be keeping the disorder from getting too out of hand. But still, I would never have guessed they were holding Empress Priscilla and Toa prisoner of all people. So Toa's hanging out with the Empress, huh? Sounds like she's really moving up the ranks. Moreover, they're being confined to the Cayenne family's mansion, which currently serves as the office of Ordis' temporary supervisor. I'm sure they're being well taken care of, but what is Dad even thinking? Well, indeed, despite being called a sworn friend of the Chancellor, he is outright opposed to war effort at every turn. There must be some kind of pressure behind this. There's no doubt about that. I don't know if it has any connection to Major Claire's arrival, but it's worth noting. Right. That reminds me. Hey Crow, did something happen while we were over by the Cayenne estate? Yeah. Aside from the Icy Maiden, I caught sight of another familiar face. And not just anyone, but someone who would normally be jumping for joy to see Toa and the Icy Maiden in the flesh. Oh, we did know this. Really? I didn't even know this. If that's true, then we won't be able to move forward using ordinary methods. So we've got to deal with that crazy biker chick, huh? We sneaking in then? It's easier said than done. Even so, I want to check in on what my dad's real intentions are, well, if I can. Given that you used to live there, would you mind sharing some ideas regarding infiltration routes? Sorry, that probably sounded a little pretty insensitive. I may be the rightful lady of the house, but personally I don't have any objections to our breaking in. Not when it concerns the former instructor and the mother of our most beloved princess. No matter what memories I may have of my parents there, what matters now is that we rescue those two. Agreed. With that kind of conviction, I'm prepared for whatever comes next. So how about the infiltration route? I think that Crow might be more in the know than I am with that. Huh? Seriously? Come on, just how loose-lipped is Vita anyway? Okay, follow me. I'll show you a real nice spot. Oh, there's a door here. Oh, I never noticed it when we came here on field exercises. This leads to the underground waterways. We can use this route to get to the estate. Hey, good thing the first Duke Cayenne of the Middle Ages decided to build an emergency exit. There was a similar kind of secret passage in Bereahard. Yeah, I'd never have got out of the provincial army's clutches if not for that. Not that we can comment on this, but it does sound like a lot for a group of students to handle. Wait, why is it you know so much about this place, Crow? I came here with Vita maybe 5 years ago. This is where I undertook my trials to become an Awakener. So there's a shrine here. I see, that makes sense. That must be when Uncle Cror gave Vita the key to this place. I'm guessing you still have it, Crow. Yeah, I brought it along just in case we needed to sneak in again. So we just gotta sneak in, right? Right, everybody get ready. Last chance to prepare, huh? Thanks for tuning into this Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.